You knew it the moment you met them, the way their eyes lingered just a second too long, the way their voice carried something forbidden, like a secret only your heart could hear. You didn't plan for it, you didn't ask for it, but something inside you moved. And before you knew it, you were caught between what you feel and what you know. You tell yourself it's harmless, just a connection, just talking, but your mind knows what your heart refuses to admit. You're falling for someone who isn't really yours to have. They give you just enough to keep you there. A look, a word, a few minutes of stolen warmth before they vanish again. And when they go quiet, you're left staring at your phone, replaying the moments, trying to decode the silence. You tell yourself, they care. They just can't. But what if I told you this isn't love? What if it's something deeper, older, something from long before you ever met them? This is what psychologists call a trauma bond. It's when your nervous system confuses pain with connection. It's when inconsistency feels like home, because that's what love looked like when you were growing up. Maybe as a child, love was something you had to earn. You learned to wait for affection, to perform for attention, to settle for almost, because enough was never on the table. And now, years later, your heart still chases that same pattern. Unavailable love feels familiar because it mirrors the kind you once begged for. You see, this isn't about them. It's about your inner child, still standing by that window, waiting for someone to choose them. Every time you fall for someone who can't love you back, that child whispers, maybe this time they will. But they never do. You keep replaying the same emotional loop: hope, closeness, distance, pain. Your nervous system starts craving the highs and lows, like an addict chasing a hit that never lasts. That's the dark truth about emotional addiction. You don't just miss the person, you miss the chaos, the intensity, the chase. And that's why walking away feels impossible, because peace feels like emptiness, and chaos feels like love. But here's what no one tells you. You can break the cycle. You don't heal by finding someone new. You heal by facing the part of you that keeps choosing the unavailable. That's called shadow work. It's the process of meeting the hidden parts of yourself. The needy child, the fearful lover, the part that believes it doesn't deserve more. And when you finally sit with those shadows, when you hold them instead of hiding from them, you start to see love differently. You stop confusing distance for desire, silence for mystery, pain for proof that it's real. You realize love isn't supposed to hurt this much. It's not supposed to feel like waiting. It's supposed to feel safe. That's the difference between attachment and connection. Attachment says, I need you to feel whole. Connection says, I already am. So, if you're caught in something that feels both right and wrong, ask yourself, is it love? Or is it a wound? And if it's a wound, maybe it's time to stop chasing the person who keeps reopening it and start tending to the part of you that bleeds for them. You deserve love that doesn't hide, love that doesn't make you question your worth, love that stays. But before you find that, you have to choose yourself again and again until it no longer feels like loneliness, but liberation. So, if you've ever loved someone you couldn't have, don't hate yourself for it. You weren't foolish. You were wounded. And now, you're healing. You're learning the hardest truth of all. Sometimes walking away is the most loving thing you can do. If this spoke to something deep inside you, don't just scroll away. You're not alone in this. Subscribe. And let's keep healing, one truth at a time.